Hello, welcome to my workshop. Today, I'm going to cut this fabulous gem. This is the next one out of that parcel from Black Opal Direct. This one has a bit of black potch on the bottom here, and it looks like a little bit in the middle, but mainly the color bar is underneath all of this. I'm going to grind this top down and see what's underneath it first. This stone is part of a $1,500 parcel I bought from Black Opal Direct. Check the link in the description to see an unboxing of that parcel. I'm going slow here because I'm still very new to this. I'll grind off a little bit and check the stone looking for color and defects like sand or cracks, and then grind a little more. This sand, that goes in pretty deep. The first wheel I'm using here is 80 grit. Normally you wouldn't use such a coarse grit on opal, but the first two wheels on my polisher are old and worn out. You can see I'm having to push so hard that my machine is moving. I will be replacing the wheels soon with sintered wheels. Opal is a very special gemstone, capable of projecting all the colors of the rainbow and a large variety of patterns through an optical phenomenon we call play of color. Most opal has no play of color. We call this common opal or potch. Potch has little to no value, but a stone with play of color has the potential to be worth thousands of dollars per carat, depending on the brightness, colors, and patterns displayed. That's some pretty color, great pattern. There is a sand spot right there at the tip of my thumb, and I've got to get out. I've moved up to the next wheel because it takes off material slower and I don't want to grind off too much. Cutting this stone and I'm not sure what to do with it. You can see it's got this light spot here. There's no potch on the back. And then these two bits of sand that are deep inside. I'd probably get about halfway through my color bar before I get rid of them. And I gotta be careful because I got this gouge in the back. I decided to polish it as it is. So I moved up to the next wheel to refine the shape. Final shape. Now to put it on the daub stick. I'm using a tiki torch to heat some wax, which will act as glue to hold the stone at the end of the daub stick. The daub stick allows me to control the stone more precisely on the polisher. As I move up through the grits, the intention is to get out the deep scratches from the previous wheels and even out the shape of the dome. The final loop is 14,000 grit. This is almost fine enough to create a polish by itself. It's not necessary to use this fine grit, but I find I personally get a better polish when I do. This is just a low-speed grinder, which I've modified to make a polish. I'm using cerium oxide as a polishing medium. It's important to keep the felt wet so the stone doesn't heat up. And here is the finished stone. It's mainly a black opal with a small window of crystal opal. It has a moss pattern with a small amount of chaff and flagstone. The camera mainly picks up the blue, but I can also see a little green and a couple of tiny spots of red when held at just the right angle. It's not a perfect stone. There are 2 small spots of sand in the face, and the crystal side reveals a line of sand that cuts through that part of the stone.